Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. This is Tommy's Tarot Time, and I am Tommy the Tarot Reader. So this reading is to my beautiful Scorpio friends. Sorry I haven't posted any readings. I've been very busy, and I actually have to be in the headspace to do my readings. So if I'm not in that headspace, I can't do them. But also I want to give you readings because I'm in that headspace, not because I'm trying to make money out of YouTube or something, or trying to get a bunch of likes. I'm not here to get a bunch of likes. I'm here to just give you what I can give you to help out. And you know, I'm not even going to ask you to like me. I'm just, if you're here, Scorpio, that's good enough for me, you know, because I don't know what the cards are going to tell you now. Because I remember the past few readings for you, Scorpio. And so let's see what the cards are showing up for you right now. And I just got these new cards and I really absolutely love them. It is the Mystic Fairy Tarot, and I'm doing the Celtic spread. I'm doing the Celtic spread, and that's the first card that came out. Judgment. I feel like, Scorpio, for you, you've really been looking at your life, and especially the last year or 2 years, you've been really looking hard at yourself, and hopefully you're not beating yourself up, because that's really unpleasant. I would not advise for you to be beating yourself up, because when you beat yourself up, all you're doing is forcing other people around you to take care of you. So don't do that. All right, don't beat yourself up and then tell everyone around you you're beating yourself up. Don't do that. Judgment card is saying whatever you are going through, you need to go through it quietly in solitary confinement. Whatever is coming up for you in terms of your decisions, your moral decisions, and what your life has come to at this point, it's coming to you right now. And Scorpio, if you've done everything you're supposed to, and clean and honestly and with integrity, you're good. But the challenge is for you to make sure that you do it clean, honestly, and with integrity. So that's a challenge, because that's not what you've done. And that's why you are having to reconsider your choices in your life. Okay? The next card is your card of the past. Yeah. You haven't made some good decisions here, so some of you can pat yourself on the back that you got through some really hard stuff, and you can pat yourself on the back. Some of you can do that. Some of you can't. Some of you made some really hard moral choices, and some of you did not. So, yeah. This is the card of the past. What you did is you just decided to bail out when you wanted to bail out. You wanted to just disappear when you wanted to disappear, when you needed to be there. So your tendency was to run for the hills and to avoid when things got really hard, or when you were confronted, or when you were dishonest and you got confronted. Your tendency was to run from it and lie. So there's a lot of deceit in your past. You know, we can't run from our deceit. You know that. We get found out. You know that. But you were thinking like, oh, I'm not going to get found out because you're living on the 3D realm. No, you're going to get found out. Because the 3D realm, the physical realm you're in, it's more than that. Because other people involved in your lie is going to get tapped on the shoulder and they're like, hey, he's lying. The people tapping them on the shoulder is on a 45D realm, 6D realm. It's God or whatever is the higher power. They're tapping them and saying, hey, this dude Scorpio is screwing up. So yeah, you have not been honest. This is for some of you, Scorpio. Of course, I'm not talking to some of you out there. Some of you have been really good people. So if some of you have been hurt by someone, you gotta walk from that. You gotta walk away from it. You cannot stay in there and think they're gonna change. You can't do that. You will continue to hurt yourself and lie to yourself. So the biggest hurt in that case is that you're hurting yourself and you're lying to yourself. It's not the other person is lying to you, yes, but you're actually lying to yourself thinking this isn't happening. He's not cheating on me. He loves me and he's not beating me up. No, you're actually lying to yourself. So this is what this reading is also saying with judgment. If you don't come to that realization that you are getting beaten up, judgment will come around and make sure you realize that. There's going to be consequences to your decisions in terms of denying that you're getting beaten up. There's going to be a consequence. Judgment is going to come around and make sure that you realize you're getting beaten up. Even though you're kicking and screaming like, no, I want to stay with him. He's not beating me up. Well, judgment's going to come around and be like, well, you've been at the hospital 10 times in the last year. So it's that kind of thing. You know, it's kind of like your last resort. You're at your last resort. This is for some of you Scorpios. You're at your last resort. You cannot get beaten up anymore because you're so beaten up already. You can't get any more beaten up. And I want to say that if you're that beaten up and there's kids around you, you're not thinking about your kids. You're thinking about how much you're in love with the person beating you up. And I'm saying get the heck away from there because your kids, you're responsible for your kids, not just for yourself. So you come out in one piece, but your kids have to come out in one piece. He's beating you up and you don't see that. She's beating you up and you don't see that. You got to see that. That's for some of you Scorpios. You don't see it. You are so nice and you're hoping things will go really well. No, they've told you they're going to beat you up emotionally and mentally. Oh, they didn't physically beat you up and you don't have a mark. Excuse me, you don't need a mark. They've already destroyed you. You don't need a mark. So Scorpio, this is for some of you Scorpios. Not for a lot of you, but yeah, it's not good. It's not good. So the next card is your future card, is the Six of Pentacles. You're going to have to fork money out in some form. Because whatever situation you're walking away from, or what situation has beaten you up and whatever, there's money involved. It could be that you are parting with money, or you're having to give money. But you're walking away from it and you have to give. The next card is your advice card. What is the card of advice? The Ten of Wands. For some reason, Scorpio, you kind of have gotten used to being anxious and tortured and suffering. So you're going through some really hard stuff right now. You got to get through this. No matter what, you got to get through it. You can't keep doing the same stupid reactions and bad habits that make you look stupid, period. Stupid, immature, and checked out. You can't keep doing that. The Ten of Wands is saying you have to go through the hard stuff so you can come out of it as a whole person and as an adult or a mature person at least, but you got to come out of it whole. You can't come out of it broken into a million little pieces and expect everyone to freaking take care of you. No, no, because the card is telling me if you can't pull yourself together, no one's going to do that for you. You've made decisions that were not good for you, and you're accountable for them. So now the consequences, the outcome is here. And you're like, now I need help. You're a freaking mess. And you're trying to get whatever you want and insisting on what you want, but no. Karma. This card is karma. It's coming at you. Karma is saying you got second chances. You got the opportunities at your feet. Things can go really well for you. It's really up for you, Scorpio, to take it. The world is here. Whatever you believe in, it's saying it's here. Your hopes and fears is you think things are going to go off the rails for you. You think that and these are only because you have some really paranoid thoughts, because you've made bad decisions. It's not because your mind is paranoid and bad. It's because you made bad decisions. Your will, you're very strong-willed. And when you want something, you want something. And you made some really bad decisions. You made them. Nothing outside of you made them. You made them. Really, you made some bad decisions. And you got to face up to that. And you don't want to do that. You don't. If you're still in love with someone who did you wrong, yeah, you're going to keep getting hurt, but you don't want to believe that. You're in such a big state of denial. And, people, what you expect of people, no, you can't. You have to be able to take care of yourself emotionally and spiritually. You can't expect people to come around and do that for you unconditionally. That's not how the world works. It doesn't work that way. So this card says, yeah, you have to go in and reflect and meditate and think about, what decisions have I made? I've made some really awful decisions. So here you are. Yeah, something happened and you're really at your knees. You're at your knees going, okay. But it's when you're at your knees, what are you praying for? What are you saying? Are you saying like, I don't deserve to be here. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't lie. Yeah, good luck with that. You're at your knees going, help me learn. Help me to say sorry. Help me to acknowledge what I've done. If you can do that, you're going to go a lot further with your life. But I can't tell a Scorpio what to do. I'm just reading the cards. Yeah. I feel like Scorpio is sowing, reaping. Very karmic stuff here. The outcome is the King of Cups. I said all of that right now, and if you come out of this as a loving, unconditionally loving person and honest, you're going to be good. You have to listen to your heart. You have to be honest with people. Just because you have passion and you have chemistry, no, stop. You have to be honest. You're driven by chemistry and passion and love, but you still have to be honest. You do. Okay? That's what I have for you, Scorpio. And this is Tommy the Tarot Reader signing out. If you like my reading, like it. If you don't have to like it. All right. Bye, Scorpio.